packed up in the U-Haul there, and we're about to go to our house closing, sell this house, and then we're gonna hit the road and move to New York City. We sold the house.
We did it.
Just left the closing, and we're no longer homeowners. We really, really loved that house, but
to New York.
To the future. So now we are stopping at Chimera to get our last breakfast before we leave Tulsa. It's really weird this morning driving around Tulsa, just knowing that every place I pass and like every street I turn on is probably the last time that I'll be doing that. And it's so weird to do that when in a spot that I've become an adult in and have spent the last 8 years building such a deep community here, and feels very, very weird driving away from it, knowing that this isn't just a weekend trip. We won't be coming back anytime soon. Route me to Brooklyn, New York.
Getting directions to Brooklyn. Starting route to Brooklyn. Head south on North Yale Avenue.
1,355 miles to go. We're only an hour in and we already both had to stop to pee. At one time or another, I believe this was the world's largest McDonald's over the highway. I don't think it holds that title anymore. It probably still holds the title as the only McDonald's that is built over a highway, though.
Yeah, I think so.
We've been driving for like 4 hours now, and as we were driving, I was just thinking about how, sometimes you hear grandparents or parents, tell stories about how in their 20s they packed up everything and moved across the country, and this is one of those things that is a story you tell for the rest of your life. And I was just thinking about how we are living that right now, and just kind of taking mental note that this is one of those moments that will, obviously shape our future, but also just be one of those mile markers in life that we will continue to reminisce on and continue to tell even into old age. So I just wanted to use that to encourage you guys to just take stock of the moments in your life that are happening now, so that later in life you may remember the good old days, but be conscious and look for the good old days while you're living them. Stopping for a quick bite to eat in St. Louis. Going to Rooster, which Josh Kluge took us to last time we were in St. Louis. Last time we were in St. Louis, we came here with Josh, and they have this thing called a slinger. It's basically like a migas, if you've ever had that. It's like biscuits with sausage and gravy and eggs on it. And they have a vegetarian version of it here with like vegan sausage. It tasted so much like meat that we were like kind of freaking out that we thought they accidentally brought us meat. And then we had Josh and Amber try it, and both of them at the exact same time were like, absolutely not, that is disgusting.
That ain't me.
That is definitely not me.
I'm just saying, if it didn't say vegan on the menu, I would guess I was eating real sausage.
Okay, we're gonna get some more driving in. Maybe 3, maybe 4 hours. We're shooting for Indianapolis, which is 4 hours away. That would put us in there around 11. We'll see if we can. We made it to Indianapolis. It is midnight now. It's 11 o'clock our time, but midnight here. Going to bed. It's next morning at around 10 a.m. GPS says that we have like 11 hours, 15 minutes without any stops to get to Brooklyn, so I am not confident that we will make it, but let's go. Before we leave Indianapolis, we're going to stop at the Museum of Art and see Funky Bones, because John Green is one of Sarah's favorite authors, and in his book The Fault in Our Stars and in the movie they go to this art exhibit called Funky Bones, and so we're going to take a little pit stop to see that, because we don't got no jobs, we got nowhere to be. Alright, no sleep till Brooklyn, till tonight when we get a hotel and we can sleep.
Then we were dancing on wire. Yeah, we were dancing on wire.
It's Funky Bones.
This kid, he was maybe like 3 or 4. He goes, let's go to where the penis is. So then they ran down here and his mom was like, but there is no penis because the penis isn't a bone, and he like belly laughed so hard. He thought it was so funny. It was really cute.
Well, we came,
That's
we saw,
Funky Bones.
we boned.
Okay. We just left the Funky Bones exhibit playground thing, and it was really fun to see. Mostly just because I really love John Green, and I love the kind of analogy he makes in the book and the movie about just kids playing on dead bones is kind of weird, but it was really cool to see. I enjoyed it.
We're currently somewhere in Pennsylvania getting gas, and we've been driving for about 9 hours-ish today. If we kept driving tonight, we will be in New York at like 2 in the morning, so definitely not gonna make it tonight. Also, where I was driving, I was thinking about how we actually don't have anywhere to live. We also don't have any jobs, so as of this moment, we are just wealthy homeless people. It's 11 p.m. on day 2. We made it to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. That puts New York about 3 hours away, which probably could have pushed through, but that would have been like 2 a.m., so wasn't really feeling that. We'll just be getting up in the morning and driving into New York. But for now, it is time to sleep. It's the next morning in the hotel now, and 3 hours till Brooklyn.
Once again, you know that it's true. Forget about seeing it or hearing it. In the end, you must feel. Forget about all you know. You need to.
We are currently crossing the Brooklyn Bridge. Cody here has done an excellent job of driving the car and the trailer through Manhattan. We got stuck in Jersey City for like 45 minutes maybe, but we're finally making it. We're here. It's loud. We did it. We got to the hotel. We paid $100 to park our car. We got here and Cody realized he left his $100 pillow at the hotel we left from in Pennsylvania. So now we get to buy Cody a new pillow. And we haven't eaten all day, so we're gonna go get some lunch.
Having our first meal in Brooklyn. Veggie burgers. And then we're gonna go look for apartments. Been walking for like 2 hours. We went and saw one apartment, and the street it was on, as we kept walking towards it, just kept getting a little more rundown and more rundown as we kept going towards it until it was basically
Less than ideal.
less than desired by the time we got to it. That apartment though, the building was really nice, but around it was not so much.
Taking our second break of the day because walking is hard.
Just having a little sit down.
Just forgot what it's like to exercise.
Yeah. We have walked like probably,
It's been miles.
we've walked a few miles,
2 or 3 maybe.
and it is warm and I'm a little sweaty.
Yeah, in jeans. Getting a good feel for the neighborhood though, I feel like.
Definitely getting a good feel for the neighborhood. I think we're gonna go and stroll by Fort Greene Park next.
Yeah.
See what that's like. We're in Fort Greene Park, which seems really nice. It is
Pretty good sized park.
pretty decent sized park. We've only seen, I mean, a small corner of it because we were too tired to walk anymore. We just sat down here on this table for a little rest. Since we pulled into New York at around 2:30, we have walked a little over 5 miles, just checking out the neighborhood.
My legs went from doing absolutely nothing for 2.5 days to walking 5 miles in a few hours. They're very upset with me.
Yes, driving is draining.
Okay, we walked 8 miles total today.